Hey y'all, it's Miss Provision here with old-fashioned living and tips for the modern mom. So if you're into budget hacks, saving money, planning your meals, but also have a full-time job and a full-time life, this is the channel for you. Today I want to talk about gas prices. So I just got home from work. I have a pretty big commute. I live outside of Houston, Texas, which if you're from here, you know it takes an hour to get from one side of Houston to the other. My evening commute is actually an hour and a half. It's no joke. And I have to drive 27 miles from my house to work every day and then back home. But a lot of us just cannot afford driving. And we see these tips about save money on gas, or if you can't afford your gas, just stay home. But for a lot of us moms, that's just not an option. We have to go to work. We have to get our kids to their soccer practice. We have to drop off and pick up from school. Where I live, Houston has not the best public transportation to begin with, and where I live, I'm kind of on the edge, the very edge of the line, and it is not safe. My daughters used to take the bus to work occasionally. They literally have been attacked on the bus. So public transportation or park and ride is not an option for us. So what does that mean? It means I'm driving every day. My husband also has an hour-long commute, and he has a truck. I want to talk about how we save money on gas besides just not driving. Well, okay, the first tip is actually drive less, but it's be strategic about your driving with the drive less. A long time ago, one of the old-timey frugal hacks was people would have a town day where they would combine their errands. I started doing that just for time management reasons, but I found it really useful because you can kind of limit your trips. If you know that soccer practice is down this road and you're going to pass an Aldi, maybe you leave 15 minutes early and stop at Aldi on the way. Another thing I do, for example, for me, on my commute home, I drive by a Trader Joe's. There is not a Trader Joe's near me, but sometimes they have really good deals, and I am gluten-free, and so it is a really good gluten-free option for me. So I will maybe stop on my way home. So combining your errands, creating a town day or an errand day, making a list of stops you need to make and doing it all at once, it actually saves a lot of time too. That's one tip. The second tip is lighten your load. And I think people don't think about this, but the more weight your vehicle carries, the more gas it consumes. And I'm really guilty of this. I think I'm not hauling a trailer or something, so I must not have that much weight. But all of the little weights, they really add up. So one thing I do, I maybe put a bag or two or six together to go to Goodwill. And then I put it in my trunk. And then I drive around with it for a month until I get around to going to Goodwill. That adds up. Every mile that I have those bags of clothes in my trunk, it adds a tiny, maybe a few cents, but if you think like 2 cents per mile that you drive and how many miles you actually drive in a month, it adds up to actual dollars. Another thing is I usually keep a flat of water bottles in my trunk. I know it's not the most sustainable option, but my children's school will only allow them to have a water bottle if it's pre-packaged and sealed. They cannot bring reusable water bottles. So I would drive around with a flat of water from Costco in my trunk. Well, that's 48 bottles of water, 5 to 6 gallons, 8 pounds per gallon. That's 40 or 50 pounds of water that I'm just driving around in my car. Is it convenient? Yes. Should I put that flat of water in my house and just take a couple of bottles and maybe keep an extra 1 or 2 bottles in my car? Also, yes. So just think about some of the stuff that maybe you just keep in your car because you've never taken it out or whatever reason, and lighten the load. Another way that you can save on gas is by turning the engine off. I know that sounds really obvious, but The advice used to be, do not shut your engine off if you're idling. So say you pull up to the gas station, somebody runs in, you're just there for a couple of minutes. A lot of people let their engine idle, and shutting it off is actually a good practice that will save you gas and also save emissions, save the earth, save the turtles. A lot of people say, oh, but it takes more gas to start the engine. That used to be true. In the 80s and 90s, cars had carburetors, and that was true. If you have a car that's built after 1990, it has a fuel injection system, and it doesn't matter. In fact, they've done study after study that says if you are going to idle for more than 10 seconds, you should shut it off. Don't shut it off at, stoplights or anything for safety reasons, but if you're waiting in the pickup line, we all know how brutal those are. We know it can be a 10 or 15 minute wait. Shut the car off. Roll the window down. It's okay. You'll save so much money on gas that you don't even realize you're burning. And your gas mileage will go up because you're not paying to go nowhere. Something else people think of, and they don't want to shut off their engine because there's kind of a myth, again, this goes back to old school engines, that it causes a lot of wear and tear on your engine if you shut off your vehicle and then restart it. So the amount of gas, the myth is, will take more to restart your engine, and also it will wear out your starter, it could wear out your battery. Ford Motor Company themselves has come out and said, no, that's not true. Unless you are restarting your car multiple times a day, like 15, 20 times a day, it really doesn't have an effect on it, especially modern cars. So yeah, pickup line, shut off your engine. Waiting at the drive-thru and Starbucks dropped your order and they have to make it again and you're going to be there for 5 minutes, shut off your engine. You will save money. A third thing that you can do, so combine your trips, lighten your load, shut off your engine. Oh, I guess I'm up to 4. A fourth thing that you can do is, of course, good old-fashioned, make sure your tires are aired up. If your tires are really low, it will take more gas to get your car down the road. A lot of places charge for air now. Used to be you could get free air at the gas station. Nothing's free anymore. But I actually just got a little thing that plugs into the cigarette lighter. I guess it's a 12-volt port now. They don't call it a cigarette lighter, but it just plugs into your car, and it's like a little air compressor. So useful. I use it for the kids' bikes. You can use it for our tires. Modern cars will usually tell you when your air is low in your tires, and just fill it up. It'll do wonders for you. A fifth thing that you can do, number 5, is called hypermiling. But what hypermiling is basically adjusting the way that you drive. So the faster you accelerate and the harder you stop, the more fuel it uses to get your car up to speed or to stop your car's movement. So if you see a red light, you're coming up on a stale red light, instead of accelerating to the red light and then stopping hard, you can just take your foot off the accelerator and coast to the red light. That's hypermiling. You will save gas because you're not actually putting gas in your fuel line. You are coasting to the red light. Gently starting from the get-go, driving less aggressively and more defensively, all of these things will really save you a lot of money. Going the speed limit. Roads are designed for a certain speed limit, and they're optimized to drive that speed limit for curves and safety and things, but driving slower and not going 15, 20 miles over the speed limit. Okay, I live in Houston, and in Texas, the state speed limit is generally considered to be about 10 miles over the posted speed limit, but bear with me. Drive like a grandma, you will save money like a grandma. Okay, old-fashioned money-saving tip. So just drive very, I guess it's called defensively. Just don't drive so aggressively. No hard acceleration stomping on the gas. No hard stops slamming on your brakes. Gentle acceleration, gentle stops. Driving the speed limit, more or less. All of these things will really help you save a lot of money. If you want to know more, you can look it up, called hypermiling. My channel hasn't been around long enough that I can put links down below, so you'll have to Google it yourself. I can't link yet, but if you like and subscribe, that will help me get there. If you have friends whose fuel bill has gone through the roof, send them this video because I think it has a lot of good tips. And then here's a bonus tip. I signed up for my local gas station has a rewards program, and it's actually paying off. In my case, my local station is Circle K. That's where I like to go, and they're running all kinds of promotions. Like if you fill up 4 times in a month, I think I filled up 3 times last month, and I got 20 cents off a gallon going forward. Yeah, all I have to do is type in my phone number. Kroger Rewards has the same thing. Kroger Rewards work at Shell gas stations. So even if you're not at a Kroger gas station, you can type in your Kroger Rewards phone number and it'll save you money right there. So joining the one for the gas station that you most frequently go to, it can be worth the money. I didn't want to download like an app, so I just use my phone number, but you can do it the other way, use an app. I hope these 5 tips plus bonus help you save money on gas, because I know that's on everybody's mind right now, and gas isn't going to go down anytime soon. It's only going up. So let me know if you have any other hacks to save money on gas, and I will see you in the comments.